I need a blanket. I need a security blanket.
Okay, well, Betsy Champs is here.
Yay! You know what, Betsy, I was just watching, do you ever watch the show This Is Us?
I've seen pieces of it.
It's a great show. And there was a fire, and the kids were there, and I was thinking about you. I'm like, oh my God, they could have used Betsy. When there's fire and catastrophes, that's what you do. That's your thing.
Tell us first who gets the blankets.
Yeah.
With Project Linus, all of our blankets are given to children from 0 to 18 who are in some type of traumatic situation.
Okay.
Could be a fire, could be police involvement, CPS may be involved, could be a natural disaster, a hurricane, a flood, the California fires, shootings.
And who's giving them out right these days?
We have over 40 organizations that we provide blankets to as they need them. Police departments, fire departments, child protective services, hospice, pediatric hospice nurses. We, oh my gosh, teen crisis centers, foster homes.
Like, do you actually make them, or do people make them and give them to you, and you go around with these blankets? How does it work?
It's an interesting process. We have volunteers all over the state. Actually, it's a national nonprofit.
Yeah.
And I have to give a plug to projectlinus.org. They're 21 years old and have given to children
while I'm talking to you.
7 million.
What's it called again?
6,789,789 blankets to children in need.
Say the number again.
Yeah.
6,789,789 blankets in their history as a nonprofit.
So they might be in a trunk of every police car, for example.
That's one of my goals.
Okay. And fire departments have them. CPS, Child Protective Services, has to show up and remove children from a home sometime, and a kid could be hugging a blanket.
A kid could be hugging a blanket. They may have removed that child because of a drug situation. Mm-hmm. Some of the drug situations, those children get stripped naked for their safety, and then they have a blanket.
Because they hide drugs on the kids and in the diapers.
But just the chemicals that get in the atmosphere, they don't want those children in their clothes from home. Okay. There may be a shooting and the child ends up on the curb for hours and hours and hours.
Now, when you first came here, it's mostly just you in a little region of Fresno, I think. Is that right?
The activity was in Fresno Clovis, yes.
Okay. But now you're covering what area?
Central Valley Project Linus now covers
the Central
Valley.
Like Porterville, Tulare to...
Keep going north.
Merced, Modesto.
Yes, all the way up to Stockton now.
Okay.
And we are looking for coordinators in each one of those counties because it's too big.
Because you're doing it.
I don't... well, I'm the coordinator. We've got volunteers all over. But I don't know each town's specific crisis.
Yeah. What about Bakersfield?
That's another chapter.
Okay. So that's not your chapter. That's a whole other chapter.
That's Bakersfield Kern.
Now, every blanket is what? Bought?
Every blanket is new and handmade.
Every blanket's handmade.
Handmade. Wow. So, yeah, you're seeing some of the pictures. These are ones that were just picked up in the last 2 days.
What is that?
Those are cute little sayings, and one of them made me cry when I looked at it. It's not just kids who need the comfort of those blankets. It's the sentiment that's on some of them just touches my heart, and it was just the hug I needed that day.
Aww.
Sometimes the hardest thing for me to do is to pass the blanket on.
Yeah, I would be kidding.
Yes.
You know what? I told you about my 10-year-old.
Yes.
So he has anger issues and coping. You know, we're trying to cope with all this. And at night, he still loves his blanket.
There's a turtle blanket there.
There's turtle.
I know a lot of 10-year-olds. You know what? I'm looking at I love the turtle. I'm looking at your website, and it shows a picture of all the kids with all these awesome blankets, and it says providing security. They're blankets, and I like it because it says tell a friend, call us. It's awesome. Look at all those blankets.
Now, each blanket is made with brand new material?
All are brand new material.
So it's not we got an extra leftover blanket, let's donate. People are going to make the blanket from new material, new needles, new thread, everything.
Well, needles and thread are pretty much reusable, but the fabric that goes on the outside, the fabric that goes on the inside, you just saw. These are actually hand-drawn blocks that are done at many of our community events. And we just make the squares of new muslin available, the fabric markers, and then our volunteers put them together.
I love it. It's so awesome. You're amazing. Is it certain, like, do you have to be careful about allergies and things like that, or no?
We do have to be careful with allergies. One of the things as a coordinator, we cannot have a smoking environment in our home. But we also have to be careful about pet hair, and now we have so many things that provide fragrance for us.
Some of the makers.
These were actually from this morning. They were working today. Even the bags that we store them in, we have to be careful they're not one of the bags that are scented.
Right. So you have all these blankets are handmade, and you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of volunteers making them. If somebody wants to get involved, where should they start?
They can call me, 559-246-7956. We're on Facebook at Central Valley Project Linus. They can message me there or find our page there and send me a comment. They can come out to our National Make a Blanket Day.
Oh, yeah, when is that?
That will be February the 17th, so it's coming up in 10 days.
Yay, I like it.
Come and join us.
February
It's on a
17th.
Saturday.
And it will be where?
It will
Okay.
be at Sierra Vista Mall, and that might be our flyer for it.
There you go.
And we will be there from 10
in
to
Clovis.
4 in Clovis. It's the community room is just north of the Kohl's building.
Right. Now, so Athena wants to get involved, let's say. She can't be making blankets every day, but let's say she just wants to go once and assist.
We will have plenty of things to do there that
on
day.
National Blanket Day.
On National Make a Blanket Day. We get together, most of our areas locally get together at least once a month now. And there's always something
So if you
to
can't
do.
make it that day, there's other things.
Please contact me.
other
We do have
ongoing-
regular groups going on in Tulare County, Kings County, and Fresno County.
This is so awesome.
And we're
So
I love it.
Athena could go just one day, if it's not national, just get a hold of you and say, hey, when's the next time I could go volunteer? I don't mean Athena, any of our viewers.
I
just
would
wanna-
volunteer and put a blanket over a kid, but I can't sew, but I'd love to learn.
That's one of the things we do. That's
Yeah.
that's where I learned most of my
Sorry,
quilting
Mike.
skills
You
was
learned-
Project Linus.
You can
Yeah.
learn a little bit of
And that's one of the things she said. You like to put the blanket on the kid. I almost never know
Yes.
who they go to.
Oh,
We put them in the hands of the organization.
of the organization.
And-
Okay, I get
and
it.
that's now occasionally I know of a child
Yes.
in need, and so I'm able to make a one-on-one connection
Right,
with the family,
because you have a personal
or a
connection.
friend of the family.
Okay. Well, this is awesome. Call Betsy. This is your cell.
That is my cell, so you can text too.
559-246-7956.
And I do work a couple of part-time jobs, so I'm pretty busy.
You're a
But
jack of all trades.
I
But
am.
they can
Texting's
text
better.
you.
a text is better.
You know
yes.
what's so funny? People complain, oh, I'd rather take a personal call from someone or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we're so busy. I'd rather someone text me
Yeah,
to pick
please
up the
just
phone. It's like, oh, my God.
And there's something else really exciting that I want to share with you. A couple of years ago, we were selected by Tachi Palace to be their community breakfast beneficiary. We have been selected again by Tachi Palace to be their beneficiary in June.
That's great.
It's a great way to come out and support your community. This for June, it will be supporting Project Linus. You get an all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet and omelet bar for $5.
Oh, my goodness.
When is this?
It's
This
at
is
Tachi
June
Palace.
29th.
Oh,
Is it
June
Porterville, I
29th.
think, or-
Okay, you're going to have to
In
come
Lemoore.
back on the air
Lemoore.
with
That
us
was in
again.
Lemoore. And all of the donations from the breakfast receipts are matched by the casino.
Okay, so they're double. You
They're
put $5,
double.
it's the same as giving
It's
10.
giving us 10, yes.
I
So
love
we're so
it.
honored to be part of that
And
again.
I don't want to, before I run out of time, it's expensive to do this. You need fabric,
Oh,
needles,
yeah,
thread, all that
donations.
stuff. So people
Money,
can go to
fabric,
any fabric
thread.
store and buy a gift certificate
Yes.
or send cash.
Please don't send cash in the
Okay.
mail, but yes, all of your
Check.
What about
checks
just
are fine.
materials? If someone said, hey, Betsy, I have a bunch of, I don't know, thread. I got a bunch of thread and needles or whatever.
Yes, we can take those. They're always needed. We have,
Yeah.
and I have to remember, I've been talking to so many organizations. We have a Girl Scout group that is doing a fabric drive for us right now.
Get the fabric.
Wow.
It needs to be new fabric.
That's
It's
really
not-
New
cool.
fabric, and it can be cotton, it can be fleece, it can be flannel. No wools, no burlaps, no denim kind of materials. We want something nice and soft for
Yeah,
these
because
kids.
it's too hard, the other
nice and
materials.
soft and cuddly.
Nice and soft and cuddly, and that's probably why
Because
my
even
10-year-old loves that blanket because
Absolutely.
it's his comfort.
even our kids that have been trafficked, they need something cuddly.
That's and that human trafficking is huge right now. I forgot there's many church groups and many other groups that go around to the hotels and do that for the human
Yes.
traffickers, but also homeless, or it might be a
Yes.
family that has to live on Motel Drive or whatever it is. They need those blankets.
They need those blankets. So if there are any homeless children out there, we know everybody knows somebody who's not watching the show.
Oh, sure.
Have them call Salvation Army. Most of the Salvation Armies, whether they actually have a family services department right now, there is somebody at most of your Salvation Armies that has blankets.
Listen, check out this website, centralvalleyprojectlinus.org.
.org, and I promise one day I will update it.
And email Betsy at centralvalleyprojectlinus.org. Facebook, where else do we find you?
Those 3 places. If you remember projectlinus.org, you can always find your local chapter that way. And it's not just California, we are national. And there are kids everywhere, every day.
And if you can't find Betsy or Project Linus, you want to get involved, call us here at Central Valley Talk. I'll give you Betsy's direct phone number if that's okay.
Please do.
We'll get you involved in Project Linus. Last thought?
I would just encourage people to either donate or do this because it's just such an awesome cause, and I can't imagine a kid being in that kind of situation.
And real quick, I know we're out of time, but where do they go? National Blanket Day? Make a Blanket Day. Go to Sierra Vista Mall on?
February 17th. Anytime between 10 and 4, just drop in. There will be plenty to work on.
And you get to help make a blanket design one of the squares.
It's a community room. When you go into the mall, it's actually inside the mall near Kohl's.
Yes.
Kohl's.
I've made gingerbread houses there. It's an awesome room. There you go.
We'll be back with more Mike and Athena Live right after this.